Hi everyone, it's Valor from Online Combat Battalion with another Arma 3 editor tutorial for you. This one's a request to show you how to have your player loadout saved on respawn, which is achievable in many ways, but I'll show you the two methods that I use that are the most reliable. Firstly, I'm going to show you the easy way. So this revolves around a mod called Spyder Addons, which is actually really cool. It's not a very big mod and I highly recommend it. So first of all, we place a playable unit. Now I've got an arsenal box here that I've placed. Now with Spyder Addons, once you've got that loaded, and I'll place the link for the mod in the description, we go down to Spyder Addons and then to Loadout Manager. Just place the Loadout Manager on the map, right click, sync to the ammo box. Okay. Now because we're going to test respawns, we need a respawn position. Again, there's a lot of ways to do this, but just for the purposes of this, I'm going to go to multiplayer, respawn position, place a respawn down, and there's nothing really you need to do with this at the moment. So we've got a respawn position, we've got an arsenal, and we want to keep our loadout once it's been changed. Because the respawns are for multiplayer, we need to go up to play and select play in multiplayer, and we'll enter the game that way. Obviously, if you're testing this in single player, your respawn positions won't work using these methods. So you can see the loadout I have at the moment is pretty basic. No backpack, no other weapons. So I'm going to go to here and scroll down until I see Access Loadout Manager. And here you can see a screen where you have a loadout manager. So if I want to edit the loadout, you can go to Arsenal, and I'm going to add a Moors. I'm going to add a backpack and put a couple of rounds in it, and I'm going to change my headgear so that you can see it. I've actually edited my loadout, close, and then I simply type the name of what I want to have the loadout saved as in that box there. Hit save loadout, and you can see it's now saved the loadout there. Close. Now if I go to respawn, you'll see that my new loadout has saved. Also with the loadout manager, you can simply go to here, and if you've got any pre-saved loadouts, you can then go to select the new one, load loadout, and load on respawn, and once you respawn it will keep the same loadout. So that's the really simple way of doing it. Now I'm going to show you the scripted way to do it if you don't want to use Spyder Addons. Okay, back in the editor, I'm going to take the Spyder Addons module out, and I'm going to have my arsenal placed there, and obviously the respawn position. Now for this also, because it's a multiplayer and we're using respawns, you need to go to Attributes, Multiplayer, and enable respawn on custom position. Okay, if you don't do that, because by default it has respawn disabled, so you need to enable the respawns there. Playable unit, and of course for us to use a couple of scripts, we've got to save this in the editor as a mission. So we go up to Scenario, Save As, and then you can select a name for it, whatever you want to call it, in whatever folder you want to use. But I've already done that. So now I'm going to go to Open Scenario folder here, and this is the scenario folder for the mission. We've got the mission SQM, which you don't need to touch at all. Then we've got two different scripts here. The first one is InitPlayerLocal, and I'll show you the script here. This is all you need to place into this file. Okay. Then we've also got onPlayerRespawn, and again, this is all you need to place into that file. Now to create those SQF files, you can go to right click, New, and Text Document, and let's just call this one init, but we're not going to use it. Okay. This is just to show you how to create the file. Right click, rename, go to the end, put in SQF, and when Windows says do you want to change the extension, you just say yes, and now you have an SQF file that Arma 3 can read. But because we don't need that, I'm going to take that out. So those two files there, I'm going to add these codes to the description so you can add these to those files. So we need the InitPlayerLocal and the onPlayerRespawn. Okay, so without using Spyder Addons Arsenal Manager or Loadout Manager, this is still going to work to save our loadout, and I'll show you how that works now. So we're going to play in multiplayer, select a spot, get into the mission, and you'll see that again we have the standard loadout. I'm going to open the arsenal, and again I'm going to grab a launcher, a backpack, and change my hat so that you can see that my loadout is quite different. Close. Now I haven't saved this anywhere via the arsenal because there's nowhere to save it. You can, if you want, save it down here as a loadout, but for this to work you don't need to. So you can see I've changed my loadout. I'm going to go to respawn, and you'll see that the loadout that I selected from the arsenal before has saved and continues to be persistent until you change it again. That's pretty much it. There's other ways to do it using variable names and various scripts, but this is a simple way to do it. My recommendation is to use Spyder Addons because you can save your loadout on respawn. You can do a whole heap of things there. It's really good, it's really useful. It's a very small mod, doesn't require any additional mods, although it works with Alive if you're using that. And it has a bunch of other modules that you can also use, which you can check out. So if you've got any questions, hit us up in the comments section below. Thanks for watching. As always, take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I'll see you in the next video.